evening, folks, and welcome to another episode of Holy Smokes. Now, today, what do we have? We have from one of my favorite cigar producers, EP Carillio, Mr. Ernesto himself. So this is the Carillio Essence series, and this particular cigar is the Sumatra. So this is a two-roll cigar in terms of the size. And the Sumatra, this is actually an Ecuadorian Sumatra with a Nicaraguan and Honduran filler. And this is actually made in their factory in Dominican Republic. And this is a medium cigar. So we ain't even coming with all the long talk. We can cut this and get into this. And today we'll be pairing it with the 5-year-old Dorleys rum. Excellent. So we can cut this here. We go ahead and get this here rolling. Just give me a little cut as usual. Y'all know the deal. And what we're gonna do, I'll just let it ease up my band a little bit so it's not so far down. So just ease that up a little bit. And we're going to just toast the foot of the cigar. Sometimes what I like to do, if I'm smoking a new cigar, after I cut it, I do what you call a dry draw. So after you cut it, I just put it in my mouth and just draw the cigar as if it was actually lit. And when you do that, you can actually get the flavor of the cigar even before it's lit. Some people will question it and say, no. But trust me, when you cut the cigar, before you light it and you draw it dry, you could taste the cigars. You could taste the flavor notes and flavor profile there. When it's lit, you will get a different profile. But before you add fire to it and you do a dry draw, you will get a totally different taste. So just now when I draw this, you get some raw sugar type of note and chocolate. Maybe even like an almond, coffee, that kind of tasting note that I got going on there. When we light it now and we get that first virgin puff, as they call it, you can taste a whole different flavor again. So you go ahead, remember as I've been telling y'all, we just want to warm it up. We're gonna toast it a little bit. We're not putting our flame directly on it to char it. Although I'm indoors, I'm in an AC room, so the wind will still blow it. I will not use a soft flame lighter for this one. I like the torch because you just like to get business on the way. I get it done. With a soft flame lighter, which is a yellow flame, that's a bit slower pace. You're more patient and what's not. But I ain't got the patience. I ain't got much patience. I want to get down to this thing, as soon as possible. Boom. And that first draw, still getting the coffee notes there. This is an exceptional cigar. That's all I could say. This is an exceptional cigar. In all my years of smoking cigars, and I've smoked a lot of EP Carillio stuff, Mr. Ernesto himself, I have smoked everything from, I've smoked all of his things, really and truly. I smoked the Pledge of Allegiance, long play, short play, all of those. As I said, the Pledge, the different sizes in the Pledge. So I smoked a lot of his stuff. The inch Maduros and all of those. I mean, he has a very good thing going on. That's the best way we could put it. And today I have not come across a cigar from him that has been subpar, has been, not drawn properly, or a cigar that is damp or tastes musty, for lack of a better term. I've never come across anything from EP Carillio that tasted horrible or bad at any point in time. And if it tasted bad or anything, that would have to be my fault, whereas in terms of storage or whatever the case is. But today, Everything from Mr. Ernesto Carillio is amazing. You can get this cigar down at Platinum Coast Cigars in Lane Grove. Go and check out my girl Deborah. She has a fantastic collection of EP Carillio cigars. Excellent pairing. Can't go wrong. 5-year Dorleys, good cigar, you solid. Now, as I said, you could pick up this cigar. I think this is $27. No, $27 in a cigar. You can't go wrong with that, you know? Actually, today we can jump straight into the questions and what's not. We actually had a question somebody sent me about cigars in terms of, this is what their question: are cigars only for the rich? Absolutely no. Because I don't think I'm rich as yet. I'm trying to get there, trying to get those M's, you know what I mean? So, the good thing about cigars is that cigars bring people together, yeah? And some people have what we call discretionary expenses, like KFC, Chauffeur, Starbucks. Some people will spend more money at those places than they spending with cigars sometimes. I mean, you could go to KFC and buy a bucket and this and that and what's not, and you could be at $100 already. Look at this, $27. Excellent smoke. I think why people say that is because they've seen famous people from Al Capone, Sylvester Stallone, Michael Jordan, of course, promoting cigars and the cigar culture and everything. So cigars are not only for the rich, they're for every single body. Anybody can afford a cigar. You got cigars as low as, what, $10? You could even get a Cigarello for even less than that, you know? So we got cigars for everybody and every price point and every budget as well too. So don't write off yourself thinking that this here only for some snobby guys that sit down in the dark, dimly lit room in suits and discussing world domination. This is for everybody. This is for the MTW worker. This is for the sanitation worker. This is for the bank manager. This is for the clerk. This is for every single person out there. And you can't go wrong with it. Cigars is one of these things that bring people together. I don't think when you go in a coffee shop, people sit down and ask you, yeah, bro, what's that you drinking? You drinking a macchiato, Americano, the grande, venti? So no one cares. You buy your coffee, you sit down in the corner on your laptop, on your phone, and you do what you gotta do. But when you sit down, if you just walk into a cigar lounge for the first time, buy a cigar, sit down amongst people that you have no idea what they are, who they are, what they do. Conversation strikes up. Yo, bro, what's up? My name is John. We going down the road. Whole conversation going down the road. Next thing you know, you and John hanging out. 4th of July parties, this party, that fete, whatever. So cigars bring people together in a way that other things do not. Even when you go to a bar, you sit down, you have a drink, that's it, you might have a conversation with the bartender, but nobody's going to strike up conversation with you. And necessarily, to a stranger, I ask you, man, what's that you drinking? You go look at this man like, what it is that you bought, chief? You understand? So cigars is one of the few things in this life that brings people together. Now these cigarellos, these cigarellos that come in those little tins and what's not. Somebody was asking, should I store my cigarellos in a humidor? Not necessarily, because you see the cigarellos are fire cured as opposed to humidified. They have no binder, only filler in them, and they're rolled by machines. So you see, because they are fire cured or dry cured, means that they extract all the moisture out of the cigar. So then those cigars do not need to be humidified. You understand? So you don't necessarily need to store them inside of your humidor. They normally come in a baggy thing or a tin. You can keep those in the tins, and that is fine. The other thing is you don't want to mix them with your premium handmade cigars. Because if you have cigars that in Belgian parlance, I would say beer boxy cigars, as they don't have only cellophane on them, and you put those cigarellos in there with those. The cigarello flavor, the bubblicious, blueberry, whatever, that flavor is going to cross over and touch your cigars that are not in the cellophane, right? So keep them separate, keep them apart. You know, those are good for, you know, if you got some friends coming over that don't smoke, you might not want them smoking your good premium stuff, you put some cigarellos there for them. In a tin or in a bag or whatever, and you're good to go. Now, the other thing is now the Cuban sandwich cigars. Somebody was asking me, what is a Cuban sandwich cigar? A Cuban sandwich cigar just means it has a mixed filler. And the filler is normally short to medium. So this cigar is a long filler cigar. So the filler goes from the top all the way to the bottom. A Cuban sandwich cigar only is either short to medium. So either there or to the middle of the cigar. That's it. So with that in mind, the guys now can sell that cigar at a more competitive price and in bundles. Because those cigars normally come in bundles of 20 to 25 in a bundle. And that 20 to 25 in a bundle could be anywhere between $20 to all the way up to, you know, $30-something or whatever the case is. Yeah? And with the bundles as well too, you have some nice brands out there for the bundles. You have brands like Bella Cuba, Don Lino Cigars, you have El Bacan, you have Rocky Patel Mulligan series. So you have a lot of good brands out there as well too, even for the Cuban sandwich cigars, as a good price point. So that way you could try a number of different cigars. You get them in bundles, so you got a good lot that you can share with your friends or keep them selfishly for yourself. Then you outside painting the house, not painting, because not painting, forget that. If you're outside working on the car or playing some golf and you want to bring out your premium sticks while you're there sweating out yourself, you can get some nice bundles, nice Cuban sandwich cigars, you know. So that being said, try some cigars, try some different brands, try some different styles. Toro, Churchill, Robusto, Pyramides, you know, short Churchill, long Churchill, you know, try the things. You know, they got a lot of good cigars out there. Don't think that because, you know, a cigar is too long or too short or too fat or too thin that, you know, you kind of rule it out. Try it. Try different things. You never know, you would actually be really, really pleasantly surprised. You know, the other thing is too, even when you're peering. When you pair your cigar, try different pairings. Like myself, I like drinking mainly rum and whiskey on the second tier of my things. And then thirdly will be something creamy, like a El Dorado, the rum creams that they have, either espresso or hazelnut. But play with it. Try doing it with a beer. Try pairing it with a margarita, red wine, gin, tequila, vodka, juice, box juice, a sucker bubby, something, you know, just mix it up and try different things. You never know, you might be pleasantly surprised with your pairing. For me personally, I like the rum, a nice Dorleys, or even the Foursquare Exceptional Cask series. Any of those I would pair with. When it comes to whiskey, I like blended whiskey. I also like single cask whiskeys as well too. And just try things. That's the truth. And that's what I like to do. I mean, people will see me having a lot of different types of cigars, different brands. I'm not that guy that I can only buy one brand of cigar for the rest of my life. There are thousands upon thousands of brands of cigars up there, and types of cigars up there. For me to just sit down, just smoke only one thing. Too much variety, and I love the variety. That's the thing. So go out, Try the cigars, try the things, store the cigars properly, store your drinks properly. Don't let people come and, and be too extreme with their pourings of your drinks, your premium drinks, Try some of the bundles. Go on Cigar International, buy a few bundles. Go buy Platinum Coast cigars, get a bundle down there. Buy a sampler pack. Sampler packs will have like 4 or 5 different types of cigars within a brand. And you could try some of those sampler packs as well. You might be pleasantly surprised. CAO has some, Macanudo have some, Attic Bradley have some, a lot of different brands. Padron have some, Perdomo, all those guys have sample packs, and you can get some of those sample packs at Platinum Coast Cigar Lounge in Lime Grove, people. You know where to go. You know where you see me. You know where to go. On another note as well too, in terms of lounge behavior, sometimes you gotta read the room, Like recently was there, we was having some good conversation with some friends, and there's sometimes you might not that there's always that one person. I don't want to say that there's always that one person. But sometimes, sometimes people could be a little bit selfish. We're humans, we could be selfish sometimes. And we're having good conversation, but then there's one person on the phone, and the phone is kind of loud, looking at people's WhatsApp status or updates or whatever you call it now, in the middle of the conversation. It's a little bit distracting. You could pull one side and step out of if you're not having a conversation, you could step off the line and go someplace else and do your voyeurism, peeking at people's stuff. They always come back and rejoin us and that. It's just simple luxuries that we like. When you go to Cigar Lounge, we're not looking for loud music where you be shouting at the top of your voice to try to listen to what your partner is saying or your person that you're there with, saying. I don't need the loud noise. I don't need all the rah-rah, as we will say. And even if you're watching sports, it's, the camaraderie of everybody together, that's a whole different vibe, So sometimes you just gotta read the room and be open to adjust. Just be open to adjust and be flexible, when you come into a cigar lounge. Because no matter where you go at all, you will have to adjust a little bit, You might gotta adjust in your dress. There's some cigar lounges that I went to outside of Barbados that when they walk in my short pants and a t-shirt because I'm on vacation, I look into the lounge, I cannot sit in the lounge because I'm not dressed properly. Gotta go and come back again, So you just gotta read the room and be able to be flexible and adjust, So my final take on everything, try the cigars. Try the drinks. Mix it up. Always remember to light your stuff good. Always remember to keep your stuff properly. Also keep your drinks properly as well too. Keep a good stock of drinks so that you could, bounce from one thing to the next. Be open. Don't be scared to try something that is a little bit outside your comfort zone. I like Maduro cigars, Sumatra, anything that dark, like my skin. Yeah? Lighter cigars like Connecticut, but I still try it. And I've come across some delicious Connecticut wrapper cigars out there. Delicious. So just be open to try things. So that's my thing for this week, guys. Try something new. Be deliberate. Read the room. And be kind to people. Thank you again for coming out, watching another episode of Holy Smokes, folks. And we will see you later.